Ser, me llamo Jeff. Thanks for joining me again for another opportunity to do some yoga together. So this time we're going to start up in a standing position. You could also do this seated in a chair if you'd like. If you're standing and if you're sitting, the feet are going to be hips width apart. Knees in line with the hips. Shoulders over the hips, belly forward, crown of your head reaching up towards the sky, the ceiling, arms down along the side bodies, just like so, with palms facing forward. And we're just going to close the eyes here and breathe. And just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Mind, body, and spirit. And see if you can let the shoulders draw away from the ears a little bit. Let your fingertips get closer to the floor. So each inhale, deepening the breath, just naturally, not forcing anything to happen, but just letting the breath lengthen and deepen gradually. Feel the torso fill up with the breath as it comes in and fills up the lungs. And then exhale. Feel the torso get a little bit smaller as the breath leaves the body. Inhale, fill up again. And visualize the breath filling even more of the body this time. Seeing if you can visualize the breath going all the way down to the belly. And then exhale, letting it leave the body. Inhale again, filling up even more. And then exhale, let it leave. And then inhale, arms are going to reach out and up. Palms will flip to face up towards the ceiling as you do so. Maybe you draw your gaze up at the palms, and then exhale. Arms float back down by the sides. Eyes can be open or closed, whatever feels right to you. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead. And then exhale, let them just float back down. And just kind of imagine that maybe we're in a swimming pool right now, and this is how your arms would move. Very slowly, very fluidly, not fast, almost slow motion. Exhale, back down. Inhale, back up. And then let's see if we can bring the palms together on the exhale and let them come down to heart center. Let the sides of the thumbs rest right over the heart here, right at your sternum. And take a deep breath in here and just fill the torso again. Notice how it expands into the thumbs. And then exhale, let the breath leave. Fingers interlace, palms press down towards the floor, elbows out to the sides. Inhale, we're going to reach the arms forward and up, palms facing towards the ceiling now. And then exhale, let the arms float back down, elbows draw out to the sides, thumbs come to the bottom of the rib cage. Inhale, out and up. Maybe you draw your gaze up there. And then exhale, they float back down. Elbows out to the sides, thumbs to the bottom of the rib cage. Inhale, out and up. Getting really tall. And then exhale. Arms float back down, elbows out to the sides, thumbs to the bottom of the rib cage. Inhale, back up, press down through the middle of the heel, the mound behind the big toes, mound behind the little toes. Lift up with your arches, belly draws in towards the spine and lifts up towards the heart. Heart draws forward and lifts up towards the chin. And then on your next exhale, we'll bring an arch over to the left and gaze to the right, but not collapse in on that left side body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we'll arch right, gaze left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, arch left, gaze right. Inhale, back to center. No rush to get there. Really tall spine, really tall body. Exhale. We'll arch to the right again, gaze left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, arms float down. They come to shoulder height. Inhale and back up. And then exhale, palms flip to turn down towards the crown of your head. Hands release from each other, and arms float back down by the side bodies. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead, palms together. Exhale, fold forward, deep bend in the knee, hinge at the hips. Maybe you touch the floor here. Maybe you have a block. If you're in the chair, maybe you just bring elbows to knees, just like so. Or maybe like this. Inhale, come back up all the way, very slowly. Arms reaching up and overhead, palms together, back to heart center. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see better what I'm doing. Still in what we call mountain pose here. Feet hips width apart, toes pointed forward. And look for those corners I talked about. The mound behind the big toe, mound behind the little toe, and then the center of your heel. Think of those as 3 corners. And find equal weight across all 3 of those corners. Inhale, press down through the 3 corners and imagine you're drawing roots out of them into the ground. Lift up through the arches to the ankles, kneecaps up towards hips, belly to spine, heart forward, crown up. And then exhale, chest and belly round back as arms round forward, draw the chin towards the chest. Inhale, chest and belly forward, crown back, arms back. Exhale, reverse, chest and belly back, arms forward, chin towards chest. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, reverse. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, reverse. And then slowly back to center. Come back to the top of your mat, if you have a mat, or if you're on the carpet or ground, just make sure you have enough space behind you here. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead, palms together. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the fingertips, and we're going to step back with that right foot into a lunge. Lower right knee to the mat. Those toes on the right foot can stay curled under. And if you have something similar to a block, you could use this right underneath each hand so you can keep a really tall spine here with heart forward. And breathe. Now, if you're in the chair right now, you could do this lunge just like so. And then if you're on the mat in the low lunge, on the inhale, maybe you get up taller like this. Maybe hands stack on that left knee. Maybe on the inhale, the arms go up and overhead. And drawing that left thigh bone back and down. Imagine you're in cross-country ski tracks right here. This front knee is right over the ankle. Inhale, take another breath here. And then exhale, hands float down to frame that front foot. Come up off that right knee on the inhale, and then step forward, forward fold. If you're in the chair, just come back to center, facing forward in the chair, feet hips width apart. Inhale, come up halfway. If you're on the floor right now, standing on the floor. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up all the way. Arms up and overhead, palms together. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead, palms together. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the fingertips, and we'll step back with the left foot in the lunge this time. So if you're in the chair, come to the lunge, facing the other direction, with right leg on the edge of the chair, and left leg going out from the side of the chair there. And then inhale, maybe rise up, stack the hands on that front knee. Spine is tall, heart is forward, shoulders are over hips. And maybe on the inhale, you let the arms go up and overhead. Maybe drawing your gaze up there, so getting really tall and hugging to the midline here, hugging towards the spine. And then exhale, hands float down to frame that front foot. Inhale, up off that left knee. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we'll come up all the way, arms reaching up and overhead, palms together. Exhale to heart center. Close your eyes and pause here. And just notice how you feel again. And then we'll all come to seated. whether it's in the chair or on the floor, legs crossed, or maybe legs in diamond shape, just like so. If there's a lot of space between your knees and the floor, and you want to do diamond shape, maybe just bring pillows or something right up under the legs so they just can kind of rest in there and they're not floating out there. Either way, maybe legs forward and maybe legs crossed. You decide what feels best to you. And we're just going to breathe here. Tall spine, heart forwards. And then next inhale, we're going to draw the hip bones down, really anchor them into whatever you're seated on. Draw the crown of the head and the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, leading with the belly. We're going to come into a slow twist over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Arms reach up and overhead. These are getting really tall here. And then exhale. We'll come into a twist over to the right. So keeping the spine tall, not leaning back into it. Maybe you're up on your right fingertips right behind that right hip, and left hand has a hold of that outer right thigh. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. Come over to the left again into that twist. Inhale, come back to center. Arms up and overhead, spine tall. Exhale, twist over to the right again. Inhale, back to center. Arms reach up and overhead, palms together. They come back to heart center. Close the eyes and pause here. And then, if you're on the floor, we'll come to lying on our backs. If you're in the chair, stay in that seated posture with feet hips width apart, knees bent 90 degrees. If you're on the mat, coming down onto the back body here, soles of the feet hips width apart, toes pointed forward, arms can come into cactus shape or goalpost shape for football fans. And whether you're in the chair you can bring your arms to goalpost shape, or you're on the mat. We're all just going to windshield wiper the legs from side to side here. And you might widen the feet a little bit wider than they are now. Wider than hips width apart maybe. And just windshield wiper the legs from side to side, just like so. And then, coming back to center, walking the feet back to hips width apart. Arms can drape down along the side bodies. If you're in the chair, and just rest the backs of the hands on the lap here. Scooch all the way to the back of the chair. If you're on the mat, we can let the arms draw out to the sides, palms facing up. And legs can be long, maybe wider than what your yoga mat is. And let the little toe side of each foot turn down towards the floor. Make sure the shoulders are making space for the ears. We'll close the eyes, we'll soften the breath, and we'll just kind of turn to jelly here. We'll just relax into the floor, chair, just let them take our weight. And we'll take our final pose, our resting pose, Shavasana. We're just still. Everything's soft and relaxed. And then start to wiggle the fingers and toes. And gently start to deepen the breath. And then circle the wrists and the ankles, first in one direction and then the other. And then, if legs were drawn out long, on the next inhale, draw knees to chest, wrap the arms around the shins, give yourself a big hug. If you're seated, cross the arms over the chest, give yourself a big hug there. And if you're on the mat or the floor, just rock side to side, hip to hip. If you're in the chair, just gently twist side to side as you continue to hug yourself here. And then, if you're on the floor, slowly roll onto the right side body with eyes still closed. Using your right upper arm as a pillow for your head, and left palm bringing that to rest on the floor, right beneath your heart. If you're seated, bring the palms together in front of heart center. And eyes are still closed. And then next inhale, we'll slowly rise up to a comfortable seat. Eyes still closed, spine tall, hands together in front of heart center, head slightly bowed towards the fingertips. Take a deep breath in. And let it out. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. The light in me recognizes and honors the light within each of you. Namaste. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time with Nuevo Amanecer, and I look forward to maybe seeing you again sometime soon. Have a great day.